students, good morning all of you. This is your Prabhakar and welcome to our channel Dawn of Chemistry. Welcome to our brand new season, Mega Problem series, Mega Problem 4. In this problem, I have concentrated on creating a problem in organic chemistry on isomerism topic. If you look at the problem, the number of primary hydrogens in the major product of monochlorination of 2-methyl propane is X, and the number of primary hydrogens in the major product of monobromination of 2-methyl propane is Y, and Z is the total number of isomers possible for 2-methyl butane on monochlorination. Then find X plus Y plus Z. In our problem, we are having three parts. Finding X is the first part, finding Y and finding Z. So let us divide this up to here one part, and this is one part, and the remaining is other part. Number of primary hydrogens in the major product of monochlorination of 2-methyl propane is X. You have to find on 2-methyl propane monochlorination what products will come and what is the major product in them. In that you have to count number of primary hydrogens. You have to take the same compound after monobromination, what is the major product you have to identify, and you have to find the primary hydrogens, and you should take 2-methyl butane. You should take 2-methyl butane and monochlorinate this. After monochlorination, how many isomers are possible? For this you have to find and you have to add them and divide by 10. Let us see the first part of this problem. In the first part, monochlorination of 2-methyl propane. This is 2-methyl propane on monochlorination. The products possible is 2-methyl 2-chloropropane is possible, and 1-chloro-2-methyl propane is possible. So CH3, CHCl, CH3, CH3, CH, CH3, CH2, Cl will come. Here they are asking you primary hydrogens in the major product. First you have to see which is major product among these two. First you have to count that thing. After that you have to count primary hydrogens. Let us find the primary hydrogens in this. Hydrogens attached to the primary carbon are nothing but the primary hydrogens. This compound is this one. So let us see. Hydrogens attached to the primary carbon are nothing but the primary hydrogens. This is a primary carbon, this is a primary, this is primary. Primary carbon means you know very well, carbon attached to single carbon is known as primary carbon. So 3 primary carbons are there. Every primary carbon is having 3 hydrogens. So in this case primary hydrogens is 9. In this case primary hydrogens is equals to, this is a primary carbon, this is a primary, but number of hydrogens you see 8 will come. So in this case primary hydrogens is 9, in this case primary hydrogens is 8. Now we have to see which is the major product. To identify major product you should know relative amount or percentage of compound. Whenever during chlorination the relative reactivity for chlorination is primary is to secondary is to tertiary is equals to 1 into 3.8 is to 5 will come. So whenever there is a primary hydrogen reacting, its reactivity is 1. Secondary hydrogen reacting means reactivity is 3.8. tertiary hydrogen is reacting means reactivity is 5 will come. We call it as relative reactivity. By using relative reactivity, we can find a relative amount. Whenever a substance can form more than one compound, to find the relative amount, we use the formula relative reactivity into number of replaceable hydrogens. Relative reactivity into number of replaceable hydrogens. For example, if you want to find out, let us take this is A and this is B. If you want to find the relative amount of this means relative reactivity into replaceable hydrogens. So that means for this compound, relative reactivity, this is primary or tertiary. Tertiary hydrogen is replaced. So number of replaceable hydrogens is 1. Since it is tertiary, it is 5. So totally relative amount is 5 will come. And if you look at the B, for this one, relative amount is equals to number of replaceable hydrogens is 9 will come. Here 3 will come, 3. Total 9 will come into 5. 9 5s are 45 will come. So relative amount of this product is 45. Relative amount of this product is 5 will come. Now, this will be 1. So this will become 9. So relative amount of B is 9, relative amount of A is 5. Let us come to the final thing. Percentage of A or percentage of any compound is equals to relative amount by total amount into 100. Percentage of B equals to relative amount by total amount into 100 will come. If you can simplify these two things, relative amount of A. So over here you see, what is the relative amount of A means 5 by total amount means here the relative amount is 9, relative amount is 5. So totally 5 by 14 into 100 will come. This is A. And percentage of B equals to relative amount by total amount into 100. This is 9 by 14 into 100. So which will be maximum value? 5 by 14 into 100 is maximum, or 9 by 14 into 100 means this is the maximum value. I am not going for simplification. So that's why here the major product is this one and here minor product is this one. Generally, by looking at the compound, we will confuse and we will say that tertiary is the major product. But originally, you have to find the percentage of A and percentage of B and you have to identify. By the relative amount calculation only, you can identify whether which is major and which is minor. This is a very, very important concept. Everybody easily gets confused because of this thing. So whenever they ask you during monochlorinations and all, which is major product and which is minor product means, you have to find the relative amount by using relative reactivity into number of replaceable hydrogens. Finally, percentage of element equals to relative amount by total amount into 100 you have to use and you have to find which is major. So this is major. In this major, how many primary hydrogens are there means 8 are there. So that's why the first component of our problem X. So X is equals to 8. Hope you understood this concept. So whenever 2-methyl propane is monochlorinated, generally everybody gets confused since tertiary greater than secondary greater than primary reactivity is more, they will give primary this tertiary chloride as a major one, but originally that is the minor compound. Because of this percentage calculation like this is the major compound and number of primary hydrogens is 8 will come. Hope you understood this. Let us move to the second component. So X we got as 8. Very good. The next component is number of primary hydrogens in major product of monobromination of 2-methyl propane is Y. Methyl propane is Y. So here we have to take 2-methyl propane on monobromination. It gives you tertiary, that is 2-bromo 2-methyl propane and then 1-bromo 2-methyl propane. In this case, primary hydrogens is equals to 9 will come. In this case, primary hydrogens is equals to 8 will come. Let us see. For bromination, relative reactivity is 1:82:1600 will come. So that is for primary secondary tertiary is this one. So that's why relative amount equals to relative reactivity into number of replaceable hydrogen. So that's why for this thing relative amount is equals to, since tertiary is replaced, 1 into 1800, so relative amount is 1800. In this case, relative amount is equals to 9 replaceable hydrogens are there. So 3, 3, 3. So 9 are there. You can replace 9. So from anywhere you can remember. 9 into 1, that is equals to 9 will come. So if you take, let us take this is A and this is B. Percentage of A equals to 1800 by 1809 into 100. Percentage of B is equals to 9 by 1809 into 100. Obviously, this is the major product. By looking at it only, you can identify. Like this, here A will be the major product, and the Y value we are getting is 9 is coming. Very good. So, for monobromination of 2-methyl propane gives you primary compound as major product, chlorination, bromination. Monobromination of 2-methyl propane gives you tertiary compound as the major product. Monochlorination of 2-methyl propane gives you primary chloride as the major product. Though tertiary is more reactive based on the relative amount, that will be the major product. So X is 8 and Y is 9. Next, third part of the question, let us see. The third part of question is, Z is the number of total isomers possible for the monochloro compound of 2-methyl butane. So here we have to take 2-methyl butane, and after monochlorination, how many products will come, that we have to count. This is very, very important thing. Once in mains examination, they have asked this question. This is the 2-methyl butane. So this on monochlorination, what are the possible compounds? To identify what are the possible compounds in monochlorination, you have to see what are the possible point of attack of chloride. So where the chlorine can attack means on this position it will attack. So you can get a compound like this. On the first position it can attack, so you will get this compound. It can attack on the second position. This is the second carbon, so you will get this compound. It can attack on the third position. You will get a compound like this, and it can attack on the fourth position. You will get a compound like this. So total possible isomers for the monochloro compound of 2-methyl butane. So this is the 2-methyl butane. This on monochlorination, these are the compounds possible. They are asking total isomers possible. So total isomers possible they are asking means definitely stereoisomers also you have to include. We have to include stereoisomers also. You know very well, to form any stereoisomer, chiral carbon should be present. First, let us see in these products any chiral carbon is present or not. There is attack on this also. Anyhow, this compound and this compound will be same, so there will be no difference. So see, for this compound, this is a chiral center. See, this carbon attached to methyl, chloromethyl, and then ethyl group. So this is stereo center. In this case, no stereo center. Here, this is a stereo center. Methyl group is there, chlorine is present, and then isopropyl is present. In this case, no stereo. One stereo center is there means two isomers are possible. Already I have explained in number of isomers calculation. Chiral center is 1 is there means number of isomers will be 2 power n, and both ends are different here. Here this is a chiral center, so this will be having 2 isomers. So totally how many isomers are possible means 2 plus 2. 2 stereoisomers, and then 1 plus 1. These are the isomers. So total isomers possible is equals to 6 will come. So that's why Z is equals to 6 will come. Like this, we can easily identify X and Y and Z. So be careful with this monochlorination and then monobromination concept. Thanks for listening. If you like the video, click the like button. If you want more updates from my channel means subscribe to the channel and click the bell icon for the more updates. If you want any other concept clarity means you can comment in the comment section. Thank you.